What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're playing some Pokémon Radical Red. That's right, we're back on this game once again. There's still a whole lot more left to do in the post game that I totally missed. And today we're going to be battling Jasmine, who is one of the Johto Gym leaders. Radical Red just released its new version 4.1 update, so we had to go ahead and patch the game up and check out some of these awesome new updates that the game's got going for. One of which includes character customization. As you can see, we're going to be playing as Paul now from the Pokemon anime. I think his character is pretty cool. You can also play as like N from Black and White, or if you're a girl, I think you can play as Cynthia. There's a lot of cool options. There's a lot of other cool new stuff too in the new 4.1 version, some of which we will see in this battle. But with introductions out of the way, let's get started. Apparently, in order to get to the Sevi Islands part of the post-game, we need to defeat all the Johto Gym leaders, and Jasmine is the last one who stands in our way. Her first Pokemon she sends out is Gligar, and we lead with Baxcalibur. And check this out. The opponent's defensive nature gives her Pokemon a permanent fire immunity, which means fire-type attacks will not work at all for the entire battle. It wouldn't be hardcore mode after all without a little bit of extra spice, but Gligar starts by setting up Stealth Rocks, and we retaliate with a 4-time super effective Icicle Crash, which takes out the Gligar in one shot. Jasmine really valued getting those Stealth Rocks up because she sacrificed a whole Pokemon to do it, and we see the Aggron come out next. Now, this is not the best matchup for Baxcalibur here, so we want to make a switch into Great Tusk. This is going to give us a little bit of an advantage. Great Tusk is also going to be able to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, and our booster energy is going to increase our attack, and we're going to need all the attack power we can get. As we see the Aggron Mega Evolve, increasing its defense stat to insanely high. By going for Curse, the Mega Aggron increases his defense even higher, boosting its attack as well while sacrificing speed. We are now faster. First thing we want to do is Rapid Spin and get rid of these Stealth Rocks as soon as possible, and Jasmine will not be able to set them up anymore because its only Stealth Rock setter, Gligar, is down, and we see Aggron set up another Curse. We got to start going for damage here before we let him set up too much. He's already at +2 defense on top of his naturally insanely high defense stat. We go for the Headlong Rush. Despite being super effective, it only deals about 1/3 of his health and damage. Mega Aggron fires back with a Heavy Slam, and it deals about 1/3 of damage to us as well. Great Tusk tanks it like a boss. Next we go for Close Combat, and it's basically the same thing as Headlong Rush. It's essentially the same move, just a different type, but both ground and fighting are both super effective against Mega Aggron. This Heavy Slam is going to hit a bit harder after 2 defense drops from using Headlong Rush and Close Combat respectively. Great Tusk holds, and we get off another Close Combat, which is just barely enough damage to finish off the Mega Aggron, and that is now 2 Pokemon down, 4 to go. Great Tusk just barely hanging on for dear life, but its job was to just take care of that Mega Aggron, and we got it done. And we see Genesect come out next. Now, Genesect is a really threatening Pokemon when it has a fire immunity. However, we do not have a fire immunity. We're going to sacrifice Great Tusk to the Flamethrower, and Genesect's main weakness is fire. So we're going to have to find a way to get around all of Genesect's type resistances without being able to use fire. We bring out Ceruledge, and we can still use fire-type Pokemon as a defensive typing to resist Genesect's bug and steel type attack. We resist the U-turn, and unfortunately, Ceruledge's back sprite, in my opinion, got kind of a downgrade in version 4.1. I think the older sprite in the 4.0 version looked a lot cooler. It always bothers me a little bit when a Pokemon is ruined by a bad back sprite. Like when it only shows like the very top part of the head or something. Like Kyogre is a great example of this. Or Magnezone. These awesome Pokemon just get ruined by their bad back sprites. I mean, the new Ceruledge sprite isn't that bad, but enough with the side tangents. We've got Tapu Bulu on the field now, and we've got him burned from the Will-O-Wisp. Again, we cannot use fire-type attacks, so we're going to have to settle for going for Shadow Claw. It does a decent amount of damage, and Tapu Bulu retaliates with the Play Rough. We type resist, and on top of that, Tapu Bulu is burned, cutting his attack in half, so we tank the attack like it's nothing, despite having procced our weak armor on the turn prior. Our defense is lowered. We are going to get another weak armor proc, so we're at +2 speed now, but that's all that we need. We go for a second Shadow Claw, and it's just barely enough to finish off the Tapu Bulu. Now, after 2 weak armor procs, we are +2 speed, but -2 defense. However, we are going to restore some health from the Shell Bell and Grassy Terrain, but I quite like abilities like weak armor that encourage aggressive tactics and aggressive play. It really fits my personal playstyle. Next, we see Necrozma Dustmane come out. And though we do have a pretty good type matchup here, this thing can get really dangerous if we let him set up too many dragon dances. We outspeed thanks to weak armor. We hit him with the Shadow Claw. It's super effective and deals about just under half health. However, it's going to proc the weakness policy, sharply boosting his attack and special attack. Necrozma fires back with a +2 super effective high horsepower into our -2 defense, and Cerule Edge does not stand a chance. Unfortunately, we go down in one shot to the high horsepower. So we want to send someone in here who's going to be able to outspeed and take this thing out before it can cause any further damage, and Chien-Pao is just the Pokemon for the job. Our Sword of Ruin ability is going to lower Necrozma's defense. On top of our huge attack stat, we go for the Sucker Punch. It's super effective, but Necrozma actually tanks the attack and holds, retaliates with the Sunsteel Strike, and it's super effective. Chien-Pao is not very bulky, but we managed to hang on at just 1 HP thanks to our Focus Sash. And we were prepared for just this moment. But it is actually crazy that Necrozma was able to survive that attack. He is super bulky. He is a box legendary after all. However, it doesn't matter. There's nothing he can do. All we have to do is click Sucker Punch again, and Necrozma goes down. Jasmine's team is starting to fall apart. She's got 2 Pokemon left and sends out Magnezone, the Pokemon that we were just making fun of for having a horrible back sprite. Magnezone decides that he wants all the smoke. He said, "I'll show you how cool I am," but we're going to show him first. We hit him with the super effective Secret Sword. It deals massive damage, but Magnezone's not done yet. He hits us with the Body Press, finishing off Chien-Pao, and it's going to take another Pokemon to deal with this Magnezone now. Now, Magnezone is low on health, and we know that Magnezone is not that fast, so all we need to do is send in a Pokemon that's able to outspeed and finish off Magnezone in one foul swoop, or maybe multiple foul swoops. We bring out Urshifu, go for the Surging Strikes. After 2 hits, Magnezone is toast. And I almost forgot to slip this in here somewhere, but I gotta do it. If you guys haven't already, remember to like the video. It helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more awesome Pokemon videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications for reminders of new uploads. But alright, Jasmine is down to her final and most powerful Pokemon. Genesect returns to the battlefield. Remember, we cannot hit him with any fire-type moves, and we know that Genesect outspeeds us here, so we're going to get off some chip damage as much as we can with the Aqua Jet before inevitably falling to the super effective Thunderbolt. Now we've only got 2 Pokemon left, and one of them is Scizor, and Scizor cannot beat Genesect here because Genesect has Flamethrower and is faster than Scizor. We don't have any fire-type moves of our own that are going to be able to use, so it's up to Baxcalibur to get the job done. Genesect outspeeds and hits us with the Flamethrower. It's going to deal neutral damage, doing about half health, but our Thermal Exchange ability boosts our attack whenever we get hit with a fire-type move. We're going to put our boosted attack to good use. We go for the Crunch, and it deals enough damage to finish off Jasmine's final Pokemon. And there you have it, folks. That's GG Gym Leader Jasmine, the last of the Johto Gym Leaders on our bucket list. As a reward, she gives us the Aggronite, which we probably won't be using, but more importantly, now that we've defeated all of the Johto Gym Leaders, this is going to open up a whole new portion of the game, including the Sevi Islands, which I'm super excited for. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It definitely was a fun battle. Super excited to do all of the post-game content in Radical Red that apparently I didn't even know about, but there's a whole bunch of stuff we can do. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Let me know if you want to see some more Radical Red down in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching, as always, and see you next time.